Well, good morning. Welcome to Yakventures, kayak fishing channel. Finally made it out here to the Oregon coast for recreational fishing in the kayak. And we've got a pretty sporty day. We got like 6-foot swell out there. I don't know if we got any wind chop or not, but definitely going to be a wet day on the kayak. We're still just trying to get out of the bay, and we're fighting rollers coming in over the kayak. Anyhow, we're going to catch some lingcod, rockfish. I'm going to show you the tackle that we use. I left my house, it was snowing, and it was already better conditions over here. I don't mind a little wave action. If you watched any of the crabbing videos lately that I've been putting out, you can see that I'm no stranger to the waves. But now I'm sitting at water at sea level. I'm sitting at sea level. Woohoo! Yeah, so a little more intimate there with the water and waves. But we're gonna catch some fish. What you won't do for a fish taco. So, welcome to Yakventures. Alrighty, we're gonna go ocean fishing tomorrow out in the kayak. It's February 10th, 11th, something like that. And I just kind of wanted to go over some of my fishing tackle before we go out there, so you guys can get a look at it and get an idea what you might want to use if you go out in the ocean and try to catch some rockfish or lingcod. We're going to target black bass. Well, we're going to target any kind of rockfish, and then lingcod. So anyway, let me show you what we use. And I like to use like one or minimal tackle boxes. I don't like to do a lot of movement in the kayak. So this is one that I got here. Says ocean on it. And then I got one specially for Lancer jigs. And then I got some swim baits that I like to use. Let's go over the Lancer jigs real quick. As you notice, these jigs are individually wrapped. When you buy them from Lancer Jigs, they vacuum seal them. Keeps the hooks from rusting. They provide a really good product. I'm not sponsored by them, but I stand behind what they sell. So 2 ounce is a really good all-around jig. If the current's running real strong, I'll go to a 4-ounce jig. And then if I'm using like spinning tackle and I'm fishing like in 10 to 12 feet of water or less, I'll go to a 1-ounce jig and throw these around. But a Lancer jig, if you look at it, it's built like a torpedo, and it's heavy on the nose and light on the tail, and it allows it to get down to the bottom super fast using light tackle. So you can catch fish with like your smallest spin tackle or bass fishing setups using a Lancer jig, and it has a lot of good lifelike action with the tail like that. And anyway, any rockfish or lingcod will not pass this up. So I bring Lancer jigs. Then we got this tackle box. 6-inch treble head, line through jig head. Let me tell you the cool thing about this. You run your line through the nose, and it comes out the back, and then you tie it to a treble, and then you stick that in the swim bait. Allows it to go down. When the fish bites it, pulls free of this swim bait head, it slides up and down the line. You've got the fish. He has no way to throw the hook using the bait as leverage. You can pick your favorite paddle tail, swim tail. I really like Crush City, the Mayor, in the 4-inch size. for catching rockfish lingcod with. Works really good. It's got a screw in bait keeper. You just line it up and then screw it on. Voila. There you go. Then you run your line through there, tie on a treble. That's what these are for, treble hooks. So, another good lure, if you can't tell, is a 6 cents jigging spoon. This is in the color Jaint Juice. If you watched any of my videos, you'll see me catching every kind of fish under the sun with this jig. If I don't get bit with this jig on a school of fish, I move on. If they will always bite this. If they don't bite it, then I move on. It's a 1 ounce chunk of lead. This is on a swivel action here. This lure flat gets bit. The 6 cents jigging spoon. Not sponsored by 6 cents, but I love their tackle. All right, this is nothing more than a jigging spoon. I think it's a 1 ounce or 3/4 ounce. When you find those rockfish that are suspended below the surface, 20 to 30 feet, tie this thing on, send it down, a couple jerks, you are gonna get bit. Various jig heads that I can add a swim bait to, like that, will get me bit. Got some live bait hooks. I don't know why, but I thought I was going to try herring one time, but it's pretty hard to beat a Lancer jig. Grubs of any sort, twin tail, double tail, and white. These are kind of starting to fade. Root beer color, that's a good one. In fact, let's do this right here. We're gonna rig this up for tomorrow. Maybe. Alrighty. We're going to take that and we're going to put it right into there. Give it a poke. Start turning it. Pressure. It's not rocket science. There you go. That right there. We'll run the line through there. The hook will come out and it'll sit dead center right in the back. About like that. That's a lingcod catching bait right there. Oh man, cold. It better be nice at the ocean. Let's warm this puppy up. We are headed to the coast and we're off. It's a little bit frosty. Oh, the cool thing is I don't live that far from the ocean and it'll be completely different when we get there. Oh, we gotta make sure we don't slide off the mountain coming around the driveway here. This is always fun, especially at higher snow levels. Oh yeah, we still got gravel. Here we go, a little brighter. Hello, hello, good Saturday morning. Let's go catch some fish. Woohoo! Shaka laka laka! Yeah, there's always more snow at Brian's house. He lives even higher than I do as far as elevation. Yeah, Brian borrowed my other kayak yesterday. He's gone. This is gonna be his third day in a row he's gone fishing. So we're looking for the stringer right now, the Rogue Endeavor. Ooh, freaking, it's cold. Oh, this might not be our brightest idea. Got it! It's gonna be sporty. Oh yeah. I got her. I gotta still get my life jacket on. What are you doing? Rigging up right now while it's a lot less sporty?
Yeah, let's get this in here. We're grabbing a pole out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be wet. Dude, what the heck? That was a good one, man. I got airborne on that one. They're a little close together. Yeah, we won't be getting close to the rocks. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, we're gonna eat. Oh, there's a good one coming at us. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. Give me more. All right, we made it outside the bay, kind of in the area where we plan to fish. In about 65 feet of water right now with scattered rock piles. Some pretty good swells going underneath the old Hobie Outback. She rides up and over them just fine. Another great day on the Oregon coast. You gotta love it. Oh, I feel that breeze in us. Hey, we just went over a pile of fish. I think we can go right here. All right, I'm gonna switch you to the chest mounted view so you get a better look at the fish and stuff, and we're gonna rig on some tackle. Hopefully put a little more value to these videos. People can watch them and try these techniques if they so are inclined and catch some fish. The plan is to catch our fish quick and get back to land before she blows up out here and gets a lot worse. Yeah, this is a beautiful February day. I believe it's February 8th. February 8th, 2025. Alright, so we're going to start out with a 4-ounce Lancer jig in the color Water Dog. And we're going to work on catching 2 big old fatty lingcod. Okay. We're on a rock reef right now and there's fish underneath us. I'm going to mark this spot. And anyhow, yeah, we're going to start out with this. We can catch black bass pretty easy. There's a whole lot more of them anyway. And so we're going to work on the lingcod limit right now. This is the first drop, and we just went by a crab pot that got washed in here, probably lost. So I don't want to snag up on a crab pot because the crab pot will win. We will not be pulling up a crab pot on this braided line. Wind is kicking up. Baby, I got on a 4-ouncer. What do you got? Yeah, got to get down there and stay down there, huh? Oh my gosh, you got a sculpin. Hey, I want to show you, that's my jig right there going up and down. You don't need live scope. I mean, live scope would be nice, but that also shows me what's going on down there. That would be my Lancer jig giving us a sonar return. Got the Marlboro man again with the hat. The sun coming up. Well, sun coming through the clouds anyway.
Kind of bright.
Kind of bright, yeah. Somebody brought their shades. I hear the helo. I hear the Coast Guard helicopter. They're probably like, look at those idiots in a kayak out there. Where are they at? Let's turn around for y'all. There you go. Let's salute the Coast Guard. Woohoo! We're kind of fishing sandy bottom, folks. Even got some crab pots in here, so even I know that we got to get more rocky structure. And you can see that rocky structure in front of us is a little bit swallowed up today. Big old swallow up. They'll swallow you right up. Come on, give me one more big one. Yeah, I like that. All right, we got a pretty good current, we got pretty good wind, we got pretty good swell. That all equates to not getting really bit. Had one bite. We haven't really found great structure, kind of isolated structure, so we're gonna head into where there's a 40-foot shelf. We're just gonna have to make sure we don't get washed up onto that shelf, because when you go from 60 feet of water to 40 feet of water, the waves tend to break. We're gonna try this little rock pile. This looks kind of fishy. See if something's living down there on that hump. Oh, the old current is a ripping. It's a good thing I got this 4-ounce jig on. Oh, you guys, the stability of a Hobie Outback is amazing. I mean, you just sit here, you're sitting low to the water. Right now I got the waves coming out my stern. They pick me up from the back or the stern and lift me up and then set me back down, and there's a little bit of side to side action, you know, rocking and rolling, but not much. You know, just sit tight. Not a day you'd want to be standing up. Definitely not a day you'd want to be in a higher kayak. Fishing kind of sucks, guys and gals. I'll admit it. I touched one fish. Normally we try to fish structure, and that looks like some structure right there. We'll see. We just got to find some fish, but I might have to scale down to that small 6-cent jigging spoon, 1 ounce of lead. That always gets bit. But I thought, man, if I could bring home a couple big old lingcod, I'd like to have some fresh lingcod for dinner. So that's what we're trying to target. I've caught one of my biggest lingcod right over there against that rock, but there ain't no way I'm getting over there today. We're gonna put the bow towards the waves that are coming at us in case one decides to break on us. Oh, that felt pretty grabby there. Oh, fish on. Oh, it just got bit. All right, it's gonna happen here if I can get turned around. Try to get the jig right underneath the boat. There's a fish. Oh, had one. It's hard to stay underneath it, man. Woo! Current is ripping, man. It's only 60 feet of water, and by the time I get down, my line's that way. There's a wave over the bow, huh? Almost like crabbing. Almost. I see Brian with a bent rod. I think he said that's fish number 4. Looks like he's got a good one. What do you got? Little lingcod? Hold it up. I'm coming to you. Is it legal? Baby lingcod. Okay, gotcha. Might have my first fish of the morning. Brian's already limited out practically. That's what this is, I think. You got a measuring, right? Oh my gosh, I got what you got, the same deal. Your first fish was snagged in the belly, some kind of weird sculpin. Oh, actually it's a baby cabezon. Whoops, sorry there, bud. That must not feel good. Ah, well, yippee. You gotta really love fishing to be out here on a day like today. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Not very rarely I get skunked. Right now I am skunked. Yeah, That's all it took. Had to go to the other swim bait. There. Finally! Man. Oh, it's a lingcod. And he ain't big enough. That'll get me bit. Boy, I tell you what, if you get the least bit seasick, this isn't for you. Because you're always looking at your tackle, tying tackle, looking down, looking at the graph. And you could get a little wobbly. Alright, we're going to send this down on my light tackle, my bass jigging rod. Here we go. Brian's got a good one. I'll try to get over there. What is it? A blue lingcod? How big?
Not very big.
Oh yeah, yep, cool.
Just hooked him in the side of the jaw.
He's probably legal though. The wind is kicking our butt today. We're gonna get out of here and at least not completely out of here, but we're gonna get a little bit closer to the entrance of the bay. Not a whole lot of catching today for me, man. A whole lot of fishing, but no catching. I don't have any blood in the boat, man. The water's a little sporty. We got following seas, they're coming from behind as we're making our way back. Not back, but to a new spot. But you can see how the kayak is just kind of sloshing through this. Part of the time we're in the ditch, part of the time we're not. Had one wave come over the fish finder. Sloshing through it. Ain't nothing to it. Oh, that looks fishy. We're fishing this. Finally, man, dude. That took forever. Found a school of fish, that's all it is. I marked that rock, man. I'm gonna get all my fish right there. Oh yeah, not the greatest, but we'll take it. That's what we've been looking for right there. That's fish. But this wind and current, I don't know if I can even get on top of them. There's a pile of fish down there. It's just hard to stay with them. This here's acting like a lingcod. No, it's a black bass hooked in the eye. Feel like we're fishing among the mountains, man. Some of these waves are pretty good for this little kayak. The current is ripping, man, but when you can get over that school of fish, you get one every drop. I finally got the right bait on. Here we go, here we go. 40 feet, here we go, here we go. 35. Look at all those fish on the graph. 35 feet. Come on, swing. Come on. Get down there, chunk of lead. Oh, here comes the wave. Them fish are not wanting to pull off of the structure very far. Here comes the Coast Guard, I hear them. Yep, we're off the spot. Oh, fish on. Doesn't feel very big. Sea trout. Coming back into the money spot, buddy. The waves are getting bigger too. 64 feet, gonna go to 35. 47. Fish on, Brian says. Spin the yak. I see here. Ready? Ready? Let's try it. Oh, come on, fish. Not marking anything. I'm not gonna be picky, man. Yeah, they're biting again, aren't they? That is probably a 30-incher. Fish on. Mine's a black. Oh my gosh, a baby black. Is that white capping? Yeah! We got frost on the pumpkin. I did. I'm going to it right now. The waves are getting bigger. All right, let's try this. Weather's just been nasty all day. Real lumpy. Had some pretty good waves, but it's doable. Finally got my limit of rockfish. Caught a small lingcod, a small cabezon. Brian's got one keeper lingcod. The waves keep getting bigger. What do you think about getting back in? You think we're shut out, or you think we can still get back in with these huge waves?
We can still get back in.
I seen a set go through, dude, that looked like we could have, Hawaii 5-0, we could have surfed it.
We can head back if you want.
Yeah, that's pretty rare for you to say that, but man, it's not getting any, they're getting big. Yeah, they're getting bigger. I'd rather get in while I can. Let's do it. Well, I'm gonna wrap this video up only because I'm having issues with the camera. It's been a marginal day at best. Lumpy. All right, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Check out my channel if it's something that you like. Hit the subscribe button. Hope you're not seasick back at home watching all the lumpy waves go by. Yeah, we're gonna get in. These waves are, the swell's getting bigger. A little bit bigger than what it forecasted, I think. So it's gonna be a little sporty getting in there. It's gonna be a little sporty, dude. I'm gonna turn you all around and you're gonna watch us paddle back into the bay. Low and slow. And the waves are pushing the stern of my kayak, so they come up from behind and just give me a big old pick me up. You'll have pretty good perspective with Brian there in the background, because you'll see him and then you won't see him when these sets come through. Yeah, part of the time my stern is coming out of the water completely when I'm on the high part of the wave. Probably can't tell at home though, on the TV. There you go, low and slow, nothing to it. Made it to the bay. We're in 7 feet of water. It's flat as can be. And we're gonna call it a day. Started out with the big lancer jig and I ended with it, and those little bitty fish were still biting it. Sometimes I'd be dropping it down and they were biting it on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a marginal day for. If you get seasick, today would not have been your day to be out there. Lunchtime. I was gonna eat lunch out there on the kayak, but it was a little sporty. So we'll have our sushi right here. Raw fish. That's pretty good. Hey, by the way, check this out. This is a sweatshirt that I got from my daughter-in-law for Christmas. Check it out. Yeah, Yakventures sweatshirt. Yeah, let me know if you guys want one. That sounded stupid.